Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.
Flight Sports TV, that's where it's at.
Flight Sports TV.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, you already know what it is. We got a lot of things to discuss tonight involving Liangelo. Also, we got ourselves a basketball game to watch. So we got the best of both worlds tonight. It's always an honor and a privilege to discuss basketball with the people, man. I'm telling you, yesterday it was electrifying. You know, so many great basketball minds stating their opinion. I think that's what this is all about, you know, at the end of the day. Liangelo, it's good to see Jello back on the floor, but I'm watching these young Charlotte Hornets. These guys, it's something different in the air right now in Charlotte, you know, point blank period. And I just wish that Jello could have been involved in this. You know, his cast of young guys wasn't Trey Mann and some of these other guys that we see right now that seems to be moving Charlotte forward in the right direction. You know, his young players wasn't Nick Smith Jr. You understand, a young player on the bench scratching and clawing for minutes, you know, not happy with the status quo, you know, looking like he wanna make something out of himself in this league. His young players definitely wasn't Brandon Miller. He never really got a chance to play with Mark Williams, you know, for super extended periods of time. So it seemed like every young player that was actually about something, you know, and we're seeing these young players right now as we get on our screen. Trey Mann, as soon as he came back, as soon as Trey Mann came with the Charlotte Hornets, this man been going crazy. So I just love the young talent the Hornets have right now. It's showing me that they are definitely moving in the right direction, even though it may take a little slower than people think. Next year, obviously, with a healthy LaMelo Ball, with this different cast of characters, you know, these are actually winning players. I got to admit to you. They usually have success going up against Milwaukee tonight. I want to tell you right now, if Milwaukee play this game crazy, like they don't got to take it serious, they will get knocked off. You know, I'm just going to let you know right now, the Milwaukee Bucks will definitely get knocked off if these guys come out playing crazy. And you got Miles Bridges on the board with a big three. So this is what it's all about. Ali Payne says, I wouldn't be shocked if Jello is in Charlotte soon. He was on OKC and Hornets seemed to like, okay, yeah, you know, hey, at least they getting some leftovers. You know, some of these teams got so much young talent. Shit, they got to get rid of them. And hopefully the Hornets could be the recipient. Trey Mann, to me, was a gift. You know, they ain't have a young player like Trey Mann. You know, here comes Trey Mann to the cup off the glass, and he missed it. It's 9-4 right now. They up right now on Milwaukee. This is truly what it's all about. I just wish Jello was on the floor with this squad right here. You know, this is the kind of team I wanted to see Liangelo with. Here comes the Charlotte Hornets. Here comes my man Brandon Miller. He kicks it out. Here comes Martin. They give it to Trey Mann. Trey Mann moving and grooving, gives it to Miles. Miles Bridges doing an amazing situation after that trade deadline. A lot of people thought he was going to be out the door, but he's not ready to leave just yet. He wants to be a Charlotte Hornet. So I think that's very important at the end of the day. It's 9-6 right now. Milwaukee is down by 3. Here comes Dame, and he goes in for the three-point play. So this is what it's all about. Ali Payne says, I didn't mean it as an insult. OKC knows young talent. Yeah, you're right about that. But like I said, seriously, I wish Jello could have been sitting with these guys that's on the bench right now in the locker room with these guys. Guys like Grant Williams, guys like Seth. These are professionals. You understand? Guys that's not trying to. I'm telling you, as soon as before Jello could even play a game, he had to deal with guys. I forgot this guy's name already. This is how irrelevant he is. Devontae Graham. Who remembers when Jello was behind the scenes? He I don't even think he was signed just yet, but he was working out with Charlotte. I believe he was in the weight room, and you had Devontae Graham posting videos of Jello, basically leaking the news that Jello is in the building in the vicinity of Charlotte. This is the kind of stuff that Jello had to deal with. You understand? You got a guys that was happy-go-lucky just to have an NBA contract, losing every goddamn. These are the people that Jello had to be around. Two of the people that Jello was teamed up with, where you seen him always with these guys. You always seen him on the floor with Book Knight. You always seen him on the floor with Kai Jones. These guys could get absolutely no value for these dudes. They just let go of them. Mind you, these are their lottery picks. You understand? These are your first round picks that the organization, invested in. They pretty much put Jello to the back burner, especially when the initial summer league, it was Book Knight's rookie year. Book Knight got a lot of the looks to no avail, So I just want to point that out at the young people that Jello had to be around. Just dragging the whole organization down totally. So it just was not a good blend of characters that was you put around Liangelo. Mind you, they never let Jello play with LaMelo, so he never got an extended period of time not a period of time at all to play with any of the winning, the better players on the Charlotte Hornets. He never got a chance to run with PJ Washington. He never, obviously, the Miles situation. But he never got a chance to be on the floor with the Roziers, the Haywards, the people who could make his life easier, the people who could make winning basketball plays. That's the kind of stuff that Jello needed to be around. But clearly that wasn't the case. Liangelo Ball was stuck with some knuckleheads who wanted to get theirs. They had their selfish thoughts and aspirations for them. And Jello got caught up in them crosshairs. But I just wish he was on the floor with this team right here who wants to win. People who are demanding nothing less than wins and victories stacked on the table. Anything less than that is a complete failure. And that's why I give credit to the Charlotte Hornets for doing what they're doing, shaking up the joint. They got another guy from OKC. We're going to break that down as well. We got a lot to discuss because the Hornets are moving in that direction that we want to see. Obviously, this year is over, but next year, I think it's all they're going to go for all the marbles. I think they continue to add. I think the Hornets finally found out the formula that's needed. They need to get good quality young talent on this team. Not veterans are cool, but they need to scour the league to find out what diamonds they can find out there. I think guys like Trey Mann, I'm telling you, we haven't even seen how they're going to fit with LaMelo just yet. I believe that they're going to be perfect with LaMelo. Look, Melo finally got good quality shooters. I've seen Bertans hitting. I love what I'm seeing from Grant Williams. He's been a hell of a replacement for PJ Washington. He's come in and he's like a much more winning player. He's making winning plays and he's from Charlotte. Like I said, I can't tell you that enough. These two guys being from Charlotte, Seth and Grant, they got that pride that no other player would have in this league. Everybody else would just be happy what's going on, but not them. Ali Payne says everyone looks better with Melo flight. That's what I'm saying. This is his team. So I'm pretty sure they're excited to play with him. They never got a chance to play with him on the court, even though I do believe they've ran with each other in practice. But a lot of these guys, man, you can plug and play them. It's no complex technical stuff. You got shooters. You kick it out to your shooters. You understand? That's what you do. At the end of the day, this is a simple ball game. The Charlotte Hornets are 11-14. They down. Here comes Seth. Seth is coming in the game. Brandon Miller is out there. Doc Rivers, he dealing with a whole lot of pressure. I just want to point that out about Doc. But I think he'll be okay. I think people taking it to the next level too with Doc Rivers. They're making it seem like his coaching career is over if it don't work out in Milwaukee. Why you don't just go coach a young team? Why is coaching career in the NBA got to be over? That's not the question. Can he coach basketball in the NBA? Doc Rivers might be biting off a little more than he can chew. When he just jumping into these, because what the hell are you doing explaining yourself? You got this guy, Doc Rivers, explaining himself why he got the goddamn Milwaukee. Why are you explaining yourself? This guy explaining himself why he the head coach of the goddamn All-Star game. Why are you explaining yourself? You coming off real stupid. Goddamn it, screw Adrian Griffin. That's how you need to be going up to the podium. You ain't got to say it like that, but talk with some goddamn it. I'm the man for this job, goddamn it. That's how he need to be talking. You was around the shit anyway. What the hell you think they had him there for? You understand? So we got to watch these things. Shit ain't all glitter and gold. We in the midst of a commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. The Charlotte Hornets continue to move in the right direction, and I just love to see it. I'm all here for Charlotte and LaMelo Ball reaching the playoffs. We got to remember they was just there. What was it, 2 years ago? So we just got after this wash of a year. They was in there 2 years knocking on the door of the playoffs. So they got to get back to that point blank. Any regression is sad, and they're putting the players on the floor now that is going to be able to help. Have consistent offense. Play competent to what's going on in today's NBA. And that obviously is a lot more work to do, but they are getting the right pieces. And dare I say, I don't know what's going on, but I'm like, why the hell they couldn't do this shit before? I think OKC did Trey Mann a favor because, like I said, OKC got all of these guys, that like, man, what you going to do with all these people? You got people that's not even in the goddamn rotation, but they feel like they could be doing this, they could be doing that. That's what I think the Hornets are investing in. They're investing in some of these guys, and I do believe OKC did Trey Mann a favor. So go out there and do you. Now you see him. As soon as he came in, he's like he wanted to be the focal point. Like he don't look like a guy that's gonna be like, Melo, please save me. He ain't gonna be. He's gonna be like, man, give me the goddamn ball. And that's what you need. We don't need everybody waiting for Melo to spoon feed him. You understand? Even though he's gonna do that too. But you want to have guys like Miller, guys like all of them, who when he goes to the bench, shit can sustain itself somewhat. Miller is becoming that go-to scorer. I think next year is going to be even more lethal, because now you got a whole summer training camp. I just think the game will slow down for Brandon Miller next year. I think we're going to see that Paul George. We're going to see that kind of talent. It's just going to take time. Charlotte is moving in the right direction. I think Stevie Wonder could see that. Listening to them talk, it's like they competing for this season. They're not done competing for this year. They said that it doesn't matter how far behind they are in the standings. That's why they're competing. It doesn't matter, how far they behind, and they way behind. It's going to take a miracle, to get them to the playoffs, or to play in or whatever. They need a lot to go right. I mean, they probably will have to go on a winning streak. That's something the likes of we've never seen before. And that's just not going to happen. And that doesn't even need to be the focus, to be game planning for the playoffs. The game plan right now is going to next season as hot as you possibly can be, injury-free. That's what you could do. I still say you bring Melo into play, but I don't know if I would have Melo close the season. But I would bring him on just to play with some of these guys to get a feel for him, just to see who works with who, especially as headed into the summer, because it's going to be a crucial summer. We don't know what Indiana is going to do. And I put these two teams, Indiana and Minnesota, out there because I think that they have ramifications for Charlotte. I think if Minnesota end up in the NBA Finals, you understand, I think that put a lot of pressure on Charlotte. I think that put a lot of pressure on what does LaMelo do, because right now Charlotte is like a good boys club. Everybody's enjoying themselves. They happy go lucky. But does Melo go in there like, nah, man, no more playing around now. This guy's just want to goddamn. He in the finals. This, that, and third. Halliburton. I don't know what he's gonna do out east, but let's say they have a run. This is not gonna be good for Charlotte. He hasn't even got to the playoffs yet. He was in the play-in. LaMelo was in the play-in. And it's not to Melo's fault why he's not in the playoffs. It's not. Listen, I'm not gonna tell you that he don't have no culpability. He's the face of the franchise. But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna hold him too much. Because of the organization and the incompetence. They are now just putting pieces around, quality pieces. If they've been putting quality pieces around Melo ever since he got in the league, then I will have a different conversation here for you. But everybody can all agree that they have some subpar players on the team where they are just now cleaning up some of them. Grant Williams look like he's ready to launch from 50. Right now the Hornets are losing as well. So it's 11-24. Grant Williams missed a big three. So I just want to point all these things out, because all these things are very important, to the progression of the Charlotte Hornets, for LaMelo. At the end of the day, this is all about LaMelo, and him getting to where he need to get to, but he can't get there alone. In today's NBA, you can't do anything alone. And I think people need to understand that. It's not the days where you could just give Melo the ball clear out and he just going to get him all the way to the playoffs. The NBA is not going for that anymore. So all I can do is wish these guys nothing but the best, Charlotte, because you hear Mitch Kupchak on his way out the door. Who are they going to bring in? That's going to be key. There's so many question marks and there's so much uncertainty. But there's a lot of positive points here as well. That makes me optimistic that they can get to where they need to get to. They can become a competent organization before LaMelo asks out. I think another losing season to get to the point where, come on, man. I mean, how are we going to continue to dress this shit up? At some point, man, this is just point blank horrendous, and things must change. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. It's crazy, to say the least. I must admit to you. Shout out to my man Chuck Morris, Allie Payne, all y'all in the building, discussing the Charlotte Hornets as they have this big-time game tonight going up against Milwaukee. It's crazy how their season ended up like this. I know for a fact this is not how they wanted it to go, but this is how this went. It's unfortunate. I know that, like I said, I had high hopes for the Hornets this year. This season is not went according to plan. But who you got to blame? Nobody. They just got to figure it out. Chuck Morris says more former players might and should become coaches. I think so. I'm trying to think. I mean, Steve, look, you brought up coaches. Now I got to bring up Steve Clifford. I don't know what they're going to do with Steve. I think that Steve is obviously auditioning for his job next year, because they about to let go of Dude. And with them letting go of Kupchak, it'll pretty much leave him on the island all by himself. Rap Guy says, Flight, what are the possibilities of Brandon Miller and Liangelo Ball next to each other? Listen, I can't tell you that. I don't know those chances. It's all about LaMelo. Pardon me. It's all about Jello just doing what he got to do to eventually get to the NBA, get back to the NBA. To be honest with you, it's all about it. What if they played? And I think if they played together, it would be good. Just because of the mindset of Brandon Miller. Brandon Miller wasn't happy when they were losing. He had a messed up face, and I think he was one of the key catalysts to getting angry. Because you could see Miller, he not happy. He not like moving like he in Las Vegas. Some of these people, they moving like they in California or it's New York City or something like this. You understand? They down in Miami. So it's like he's like, this is Charlotte. They trying to win. He said, yes, the front office is crazy. Shout out to Jake Simpson. You already know what it is. So it's gonna be good though. I think that both players are gonna be solid. Obviously, we got some Jello stuff coming up later this week. We're gonna wish nothing but Jello the best. We got Giannis out here hitting threes. Y'all better look out. So it's 13-32. Right now Milwaukee is shitting on the Charlotte Hornets. Like they beating the brakes off Charlotte right now. Game just started. That's another thing. So it's a thin line. Y'all let me know in the chat if you the Hornets, do you bring LaMelo back or do you just pull the plug? What do you prioritize? And these guys gonna be here next year. So do you want to get a head start? With them next to LaMelo because all this look good, but if it don't work with Melo, I mean, that's what they need to do. But LaMelo is the kind of player where they will gel around him. Seth Curry launches a big three and it's all net. So that's gonna be major, when LaMelo gets with them. I can't wait till LaMelo's out there kicking out passes to Seth Curry. I can't wait till LaMelo kicking it out to Bertans. That's gonna change the game. All the attention LaMelo get. You had Grant Williams hitting all these goddamn threes. So I just think I'm telling you, the attention LaMelo gonna bring. I think his penetration is gonna be even better. Shout out to Basil Carpenter Jr. It says if Melo healthy play. Good call. Let me know in the chat. What would y'all do? It's crazy, man. You got to bring Melo back. I think he's too good. You got to just see this shit through, man. Obviously, I wouldn't play him for the rest of the year. Maybe I'll play him for a few games. Because the season is over. He says, if I was a GM, sit Melo out, but the fan in me said make a run for the 10th seed. Yeah, I mean, we got to let that go. Is it Hornets' current odds to secure a playoff spot stand at +2? Is it on ESPN BET translating to an implied probability of 4.8%? It's not even about the playoffs no more. The Hornets have been playing well. They're showing great signs. So I think it's all about next year. Melo coming back for next year, but it's like this is your franchise player, so it's almost like he gonna get ridiculed, if he do come. What do you come back? What if he come back and think something goes wrong? That now we dealing with another problem, So I think the Hornets got to walk a thin line here. Definitely shout out to Basil, Rap God, Allie, all y'all in the building, man. It's definitely a busy night of basketball, man. Obviously, a lot of people got their thoughts on what they want to see LaMelo do, especially with this new cast of characters. This is what's very important. LaMelo is one of the best players in the league, and he would have definitely been an all-star. It was a travesty he wasn't on that all-star team this year because even with the Hornets being horrendous, LaMelo was going to force himself in that all-star game, because there was no way they was going to not be able to bring him in that all-star game. And I bet, I'm telling you, he was a thorn in the side of all of them dudes this season. Tyrese Halliburton, even when we even got a chance to see Anthony Edwards. You didn't see Anthony Edwards go ballistic when he went up against LaMelo and the Hornets. So I want everybody to pay attention to these things, before we sit up here and say these people are just head and shoulders better than these guys. And that's not the case. Shout out to Casual, your Milwaukee Bucks, man. They beating the brakes off for Charlotte. It's wild. Shout out to Cash. Y'all go subscribe to his channel too. Jake Simpson says, Flight, do you know what Lonzo's contract is with Chicago? Do you think he's going to try to link up with Melo? I think that Lonzo got opt in. I know Lonzo got a player option. And like I said, he's gonna opt in. Lonzo Ball gonna be looking for a new contract. Obviously after next season. This season approaching is gonna be the last one with the Bulls. So I mean, I do expect Lonzo to come back next year. I think that's what it's all about too. Because he's gonna want to play for a contract. Is he gonna get a major? I don't know. But I'm not gonna be silly to not think that his health and stuff wouldn't come into play. These people, these general managers and people, they always trying to save 50 cents. So They'll try to find anything to try to, I don't know. Somebody says, I love Lonzo in Dallas. Lord. I want to see Lonzo in a lot of different places. Casual, I expect Flight to cover post game. Yeah, I mean, we here. Like I said, I'm just politicking with the people. I'm having a good time despite that the Milwaukee Bucks is just hurting the Charlotte Hornets. That's why I say I wish the Hornets could come back, but you never know with Charlotte. They might give us a little show here. You just gotta give major props to these guys, man. The trajectory Charlotte is on, and not just laying down, but you gotta ask yourself this: don't you? Oh yeah, they don't even have a draft pick, So I'm tripping. Last night's stream was definitely crazy. Rap God, yeah. So I'm about to say I'm about to talk out of turn here, So it's wild. I see why Charlotte like, man, listen, we just gotta play. I think even if they didn't, I mean, you got to send a message, man, to even LaMelo, man. Y'all trying to compete. Oh, Trey Man, what happened? Trey Man is wild here, wilding out here. It's 20-38. Like Seth Curry being a leader, directing traffic, putting people in position. That's what it's all about, y'all. Shout out to Seth. Shout out to the Milwaukee Bucks. The score is 20-38. It's 10:37 to go in the second quarter. Seth Curry just hit the free throw. We got a good game going on right now. It's 21-38. Here comes Grant Williams. He finds Seth Curry. Says, I'm anticipating for Jello to cook. Yeah, man. Look out for G3. So I can tell you, look out for G3. Liangelo, man, he's going to be cooking. You understand the task at hand. Good shot, and he missed it. Here comes Seth. Seth Curry with it. They kick it out to B. Millie. Brandon Miller, I don't think he's been erupting this game. He only got 2 points. They're probably going to need a little more offensive output if they want to really do something. Nick Rich has been solid, too. I like what I seen from him the last game. You got Seth out here. What's Seth? He upset. When Birdtime's going to get in the game. You give credit. You got Melo traveling with the team, practicing with the team. Melo right there on the bench. Shout out to Chuck Morris with the $10 super. Says, love this elite coverage. And appreciate the support of the people, ladies and gentlemen. It's 24-38. Shout out to Rap God. Here comes 3-ball Danilo. Danilo missed it. Here comes Trey Man. Trey Man crossing half court. Trey Man shaking and baking. Trey Man picking up on Portis, gives it to Brandon Miller. Brandon Miller has it. Brandon Miller, mid-range jumper, off. Miller not going crazy right now. But the Hornets quietly sneaking in here. Here comes Patrick Beverly. He missed it. Rebounded by Trey Man. There's 8:50 to go in the second. Trey Man shaking and baking on Giannis. Giannis on Trey Man. Trey Man went to ISO. Trey Man putting the moves on Giannis. He kicks it out to Nick Richards. Nick Richards gives it out to Grant Williams to Seth Curry, wide open 3-ball, and he missed it. Here comes the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis Antetokounmpo with it. He gives it to Pat Bev. Pat Bev crossing half court. Pat Bev has it. He gives it out to Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis posting up on Grant Williams. Giannis kicks it out back to Bobby Portis. Bobby Portis shoots a 3-ball. He missed it. Rebounded by Seth Curry. Here comes Grant Williams. Grant Williams shaking and baking. Trey Man for 3. He missed it. Rebounded by Patrick Beverly. Pat Bev with it. Pat Bev crossing half. He kicks out to Bobby Portis. Bobby Portis going right at Nick Richards. And Bobby Portis scores right over him. That was barbecue chicken. It's a crazy game right now. The Hornets trying to make sure they don't go down 20 plus. That's all they could do. Here comes man. They kick it out to Grant. Grant want to screen. Nick Richards has it. Back to Seth. Oh, Seth putting the moves on. Seth Curry gives it out to Trey Mann. Trey Mann kicks out to Grant Williams. Top of the key 3-ball off. Rebounded by Nick. Nick gives it to Trey. Oh my goodness. Trey Mann beat the double team right now. What happened? Oh, he stepped out of bounds? Yeah, they straight double team Trey Mann in the corner right there. That was crazy. It looked like we got a timeout coming. Shout out to everybody. Like I said, we getting excited for Liangelo. It's always good to see Jello. But it's like I said, it's good to see all of these young players. And I just wish Jello got a chance to play with the Trey Mans, to play with some of these other people. People that want to be here. What if he got a chance to play with Seth? Well, could you imagine shooting in practice with Jello and Seth and Bertans, and look at the quality. You understand? I mean, that's where I'm going with. That Jello could have really blossomed with this cast of characters. The previous regime, it was just bad. The Crutchers. Do you really think Jalen Crutcher and these guys cared about the interests of Liangelo? You had these guys, they would draft, some of these guys were draft picks, and not Crutcher, but I mean, like I said, Book Knight, all these dudes, you understand, Jones and these guys, they wasn't even happy where they was at. So you think they give a damn if Jello come in here and go crazy? You think they really wanted to see that? Jake Simpson says, Jello's hungry to get it going after it being, yeah. He was definitely held back in Greensboro. I just think they didn't want to see him really, really do what he was supposed to do. And they put roadblocks in front of him, to stop him or slow him down. It was really unfortunate what happened to Jello, up there in Greensboro. He got done a complete disservice. They should really be ashamed of themselves. And somebody should have stepped in to fix it, especially when he was playing well. It was like they did everything they can to destroy him, even though they had him on the roster. Then he was in Greensboro. It was messed up. Jello should have been much more of a focal point, out there for the Greensboro Swarm. But it is what it is. Then they end up signing him, not using him. It was messed up, bringing him in the garbage time, summer league. They had that thing scheduled. And the Hornets, there wasn't even no team that was, was like top dogs out there where they needed to do stuff like that. Their rotation should have been a little different. Like mix it up a little bit. You got locked down rotations and you're not even a playoff team. He should have been trying to maneuver some of the rosters around to see what's up. That's what all the great coaches do. So I think it was a clear miss there with Jello. Point blank. And it's a young team. Who they develop. Miller, he's going off talent. You just get Miller the ball, Bertans is in the game now, so I expect some threes to get launched. I was very high on the Bertans pick. Right now it's 24-40. It's 7 minutes to go in the second. Dame Lillard is out there directing traffic, attracting double teams and shit. And Bobby Porter's missed the floater. Here comes Martin. Martin gives it to Bertans to Miles. Miles 3-ball. Miles shoot way too many threes, man. I know that's like a broken record for me to say, but I can't stand that shit with Miles. That's my biggest problem with Miles Bridges, all these goddamn threes. That's gonna be the downfall of his career. Shooting too many threes. I don't know who's advising all of this. Here comes the Charlotte Hornets. They kick it out to Miles. Miles, but now he in the mid-range. Are you going to shoot it or go to the paint? You got Bobby Portis on you. Oh, here comes Miles all the way to the cup. And he missed it, but I liked it. He went to the cup. He could have got fouled right there. I like what he did. He made up his mind and put my head down, pause, and I'm going to the paint. That's what it's all about. Here comes Lopez. Brooke has it. They kick it out to Bobby Portis, back to Pat Bev. Pat Bev has it. Pat Bev off the glass, and he missed it. Here comes Nick Richards. He gives it out to Martin. Martin has it. He's crossing half court. Met by Bev. shaking and baking on Martin. He's moving and grooving. Martin has it on the baseline. Screen coming. He kick it out to Richards and he missed it. Here comes my man Dame. Dame time. Dame has it, and that was a big time shot right there. That was crazy. Shout out to all y'all in the chat right now. I know we cannot wait for LaMelo Ball to get back. I think that's gonna be the elephant in the room. What's your thoughts on what's going on with guys like Nick Smith Jr. And his development? We haven't seen anything from Amari Bailey this year. Bailey, they tucked Bailey out there in the summer league. Pardon me, I said the summer league out there with Greensboro. You know, we ain't see nothing from Bailey. You understand? So I want to see the progression. What has that done for him? You know, because they had one thing I will say is they didn't have him back and forth. That's one thing I can admit. Guys wasn't all over the place. Let's say it was a situation where he keep coming back, going back, leaving, going. No, they kept him out there, and I think that's pretty good. We got a guy here who's up the score. What's good? We got a new guy on the panel.
Yo, it's good. It's good.
It's good. It's your first time on the channel.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you, man, for stopping by. How long you been rocking with this channel?
My boy Justin, he just sent me the link, told me hop on.
Casual?
Oh, my boy, yeah, casual.
Yeah. Shout out Casual. You be on the panel over there?
No, I got my own thing, Up the Score show. I be on his panel sometimes. He be on mine, and yeah, we about to lock in with y'all boys too.
Okay, yeah, man. Listen, man, appreciate you, man. So what's your thoughts on where you calling from, man?
Where I'm coming from, like where I'm from?
Where you from?
Oh, I'm from Florida.
Oh, shout out to Florida, man. You already know what it is, man.
Yeah, shout out Miami Heat and shit. You talking about Hornets? Let's talk about the Heat Hornets trade. I think y'all boys going the right direction with trading Terry Rozier, Gordon Hayward, PJ Washington, especially like PJ Washington. You got an unprotected first rounder from. Kind of feel like that was a real good accusation. Gordon Hayward, you got Trey Mann, who's been balling ever since he's been on the Hornets. He's averaging like 10 points. That's cool for 45% from the three. But
they got Brandon Jennings front and center. See, this is what they need to be doing with a lot of players. Brandon Jennings out there front row in Milwaukee. I'm sorry. I like that they showing love to my man Brandon Jennings. But I'm with you there. Man. You right. You know, the Hornets are definitely moving in the right direction. You brought up the Heat. What's going on with Terry out there in Miami? You know, are they out in the playoff picture or what's going on?
He started off slow, then he got hurt. Y'all, I was gonna ask you, like, what?
I even keep my ears a little bit to what's going on in Miami. I'm really monitoring PJ. You know, out there in Dallas more. You know, I like Kyrie. That's one of my favorite players. But what I will say is, you know, Terry Rozier, man, Miami isn't a guaranteed shoe, and that just get Miami to the playoffs. You know, your team, they're gonna scare the hell out of all these teams. You know, I think Miami could beat all of them, and they know that.
I think so too.
You just got to get to the playoffs. They still got the better coach than all of them. You know, and like I said, it's gonna be tough. Spoelstra is head and shoulders above these dudes.
Yeah, I agree with you.
They're gonna be in trouble, and Miami, they got the right pieces, you know, in the playoffs, for whatever reason, Jimmy, Bam, they just become head and shoulders over these dudes. You know, the Boston gonna be hell. You know, they got Porzingis now, man. I mean, I think that's the ultimate equalizer. I think they could beat everybody.
I think Boston. Robert Williams was Porzingis. He's so tall that Bam Adebayo, he uses a lot of finesse and just goes under him.
I don't know, man. That's gonna be crazy. If they take out, I don't know. I think they brought Porzingis specifically for them.
Nah. I think Porzingis is more of a like every other team move. We have a small center who's real fast. So Bam Adebayo, if Porzingis isn't running suicides damn near, he's gonna be in trouble. Especially with how Bam is gonna be going under him. But I really question what Terry Rozier best role is on the Miami Heat? Like, should he be the starting point guard off the bench? What do y'all think?
I mean, like I said, I think all of these things come into play because you had to think this, and this was brought up because Terry was averaging 20 plus on a bad team, So now you going to Miami, the expectations are different. So I think you gotta do what he now. Terry talked a lot of shit about Charlotte while he went to Miami, but he was one of the people who didn't want to leave. He was one of the problems while he was here. But like I said, my thing with Rozier would be probably coming off the bench, being that guy, just doing whatever the hell Miami want. You're not the face of that franchise. You're not the one, the two, or the three. So just fall in line and do whatever the hell is needed of him. I
Yeah,
think that's what he need to do. Don't come in here like, man, I was just averaging 20 for Charlotte and this and this. Like that's on a bad team. Now you might be from 20 plus, you might go down to 12 or 11 or some shit like that. But
I don't think he'll go that
you might
low.
not go down drastic like that. But
yeah, about 14, 15 though.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I just threw that out there just to bottom line. You get where I'm coming from.
Yeah,
in order to win, he's gonna have to sacrifice a little bit, all of them. And let's just see how it works out, when they get to the playoffs. Because, like I said, Jimmy they're gonna be a problem.
Rozier is exactly what the Miami Heat need. We sometimes, bro, we just need someone who could put shots up in. That's one thing Rozier could do, and he actually be playmaking pretty well. Like he ain't the best playmaker, but he be coming in, playing point guard, like decently.
Yeah, listen, he can play point. I mean, he even said that that he is a point guard. Even though they got LaMelo, he said that on the Hornets. So it is what it is. I mean, Rozier's all right, man. Now he got a winning team. Let's see what he could do now. You back in a winning culture.
Yeah, his efficiency though, it scares me.
Well, I think that comes from just being on the bad team.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about with the Miami Heat. Since he's joined the Miami Heat, he's shooting like 25% from the three in like 11 games played, something like that. But that's just got to be the lowest. Ain't no way he's going to play that bad for the rest of the year. Just new team, I guess. What do you think about what y'all got for Terry Rozier? Because Miami Heat traded a lottery protected first round pick, so that means it's going to pick 15 to 30. You think that's good? You
sure it's lottery protected?
Yeah, I'm positive it was lottery protected.
I could have sworn it was the 2027 pick. It ain't gonna be this year.
Yeah, it was a 27 lottery protected, and y'all got a whatever 27 unprotected from Dallas.
I listen. These guys had to go, at the end of the day. So I'm fine with it. Some of it do take a little bit of less, so whatever. You had to get some of these people out of there. Yeah. And they did Terry a favor too. You don't think they could have probably sent him somewhere else and got more? But then you got that pick. But I mean, maybe even get some players on the floor because that's what they did with a lot of the other trades. They got some people. For Terry, did they get a player?
I don't believe so.
Yeah, they got Lowry. That was a joke.
Yeah, you got Lowry and bought him out. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. They didn't really bring in nobody you could. So that 2027 pick is either what are you going to do with it or what is it going to turn into?
Yeah.
I think that's going to validate that move, because otherwise you just let Rozier go for nothing, and you didn't bring in anything. If this pick turns in, I think you trade in this pick, you accumulate these picks, they got to make a big trade. Miller probably going to be that all-star. You don't know what Charlotte going to be in the future. You got Melo. He's bona fide. Brandon Miller, to me, he's going to be an all-star probably in the future. You start working on a damn trade to get another star in there if you could.
Yeah, Brandon Miller, he third in Rookie of the Year for me right now.
Yeah, that's what I said. His trajectory, he's going to be an all-star one day.
Okay. With Brandon Miller, I'll tell you this, no matter what, he has a really high floor. Like, no matter what, he going to be here for 10 years. I know that for sure. He's shooting 38% from the three right now and, 47 from the 2-point. He's been balling. He's been balling. Real good on defense, too. And the thing is, he's going to fit no matter what direction you go. Like, he's one of those players that just fits on every single team. like a OG Anunoby type. But I'm not comparing him to OG, but like OG fits on every team. I think Brandon Miller is going to be one of those next guys who just he fits on every team. Got Bridges. Hey, when he be playing when LaMelo be playing for real, that's my problem with LaMelo. He's one of the youngest All-Stars in NBA history. I remember it was a stat that every All-Star that was an All-Star of the year LaMelo made it ended up making the Hall of Fame. It was like LeBron, Magic, Zion, and someone else, and LaMelo. But his only way he don't become a Hall of Famer, I'm gonna be that bold, is if he just doesn't stay healthy. As long as he's healthy, bro, I don't think he's an All-Star. I think he's a Hall of Famer. Brandon Miller, he's the one who I think he's gonna be like a. I don't know yet because it's his rookie year, but he has a really high floor. Miles Bridges. As long as LaMelo's playing, he got a spot on this team because I saw another stat that they played 98% of the time together when LaMelo's playing. Like anytime LaMelo's on the court and Miles is on the team, they make sure that him and Miles is on the court together because their connection is special, bro. With them alley hoops, especially how Miles loves to be a scorer. I feel like that complements LaMelo Ball really well because he reminds me of like a taller Trae Young, if that makes sense to you. Do you agree with that?
Who's the taller Trae Young again?
LaMelo.
No, like I said, I can't say that because I don't want to compare him to Trae Young, but like I said, I wish that Melo could have had a team put around him like Trae Young did. It was a point in time where people was talking about the Luka Trae situation before Luka. Trae ended up, I think, going to the conference finals and everything when they put a team around him. And then I think the year later, then Luka went off a little bit, but it started to look like Trae was Luka getting all the accolades, but Trae gonna fool around and get all the winning. So I mean, that's what it looked like was about to happen. So I think with Melo, you gotta get what they did with him. You gotta get they had better young players. They didn't miss in the draft. Look how many misses Charlotte missed. You understand? You drafting Hunter, you drafting this one and that one, and even you have people that you traded. Even the guy they traded to Utah, they drafted him too. So I mean, you got talent, that turns into something. Charlotte didn't get things like that. They didn't pick up players. They even, I think, signed Bogdanovich one year. Like that Charlotte don't get these kind of things, So I mean, I think that's tough to say that he had told Trae Young, is wild. I think that Melo is definitely, doing his own thing, but it's tough. It's tough call, man.
When I say taller,
Melo ain't get a fair shake. What'd you say?
When I say taller Trae Young, I mean like his skill set and how he goes about the game. Like he takes a lot of deep threes. He's real good at alley hoop passes. He takes a lot of floaters. He doesn't get to the free throw line a lot. That's very Trae Young-esque to me. I'm not saying him and Trae Young are the exact same player. I'm just saying they got some similarities. LaMelo's his own person. He's a great rebounder. Trae's not that. I think he's a better defender than Trae, but Trae's just a better scorer. Trae Young is better, but I'm just saying LaMelo he reminds me of Trae Young a bit. Just the half-court shots that he be taking in the alley-oops and stuff, floaters.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you there, man. Shout out to Trae and them, man.
Yeah, shout out to Trae Young for real. I ain't trying to disrespect, bro. But
no, you good. Like I said, the NBA wild, man. But who you think gonna win it all?
Man, oh man, bro. Man, oh damn. This is a hard season. Why can't the Nuggets repeat? I don't see who could beat the Nuggets, man.
That's gonna be a tough call. You're right about that. I like.
Who you got winning it all?
That's a tough call, man. Off the top, man. Probably Boston.
You see, I'm a Heat fan, bro. I can't say that. I can't say Boston, bro.
I'm a Knicks fan. I mean, but I just think that I feel you though. God, y'all got more of the Knicks. They're getting back into the Heat.
Yeah, Knicks has been looking tough.
They haven't. They ain't been in the mix. They're getting back in the mix.
Yeah. The Celtics, like, man, They
Y'all
the
been going
best
at it for a
team.
couple of regimes.
They the best team in the league for sure, like team wise. But do I trust them, bro? If they
I
face
ain't gonna lie.
Miami,
Yeah, y'all got the team to beat them. Y'all might be the only team in the East that can beat them.
that's
Might
exactly what I'm
sweep them.
thinking.
And might sweep their ass. Because I'm telling you,
No, I
you,
ain't gonna say we're gonna sweep them.
when
I
you
ain't
get in the playoffs, man, I got to give you the Heat something. I don't know what goes on. It's just a switch.
gonna.
So it's like they might fool around and go ape should beat them in 5 games or something. You be like, damn, this
Nah,
team
we
is
wouldn't
head
beat
and
them in
shoulders
5.
better than everybody. They just roll in there and sweep them.
Yeah, I know what it is with the Heat. Jimmy's a troll. He's a literal troll, bro. Like he ain't played.
He can shoot that well. He can't shoot better than Boston, but he's a better perimeter player than Giannis.
Yeah,
He gets to that point in the playoffs where it's him versus Giannis. And Giannis start getting nervous. But they do got dude. They got Dame now. So Dame can take all the shots. That Giannis was having to do. They was trying to give everything to Middleton. I mean, like, that's crazy. Down the clutch, they giving the ball to Middleton to do every goddamn thing. I'm like, come on, Middleton ain't no number one option, but he got to play number one option because of Giannis. So I think that Dame is gonna fix some of this in the playoffs. It's all about can he deliver the goods for real? Because I don't think I got anybody who could defend him.
Who us?
Who y'all got on defense for his guards?
We'll put Jimmy on him if it comes to that, bro.
I don't know, man.
I think in
deal
series
with the
against
rest
the
of
Bucks,
them.
you just got to.
Yeah, that's why I say y'all gonna have a problem. Y'all ain't got nobody who can guard him. So that's
I disagree with that. Actually, we're gonna put Jimmy on Brook Lopez.
They'll find somebody knowing Pat Riley and Spoelstra. They're some slick dudes, so you never know.
Yeah. Well, what we would do in this series against the Bucks is we would start off with Jimmy Butler on Brook Lopez, and until they are forced to put like Bobby Portis in the game because Bam Adebayo, he runs Brook Lopez off the court. Literally, Brook Lopez has back issues, so anytime Jimmy Butler gets a rebound over Brook Lopez, he just runs the pace because Brook Lopez kind of a weak rebounder. Jimmy be grabbing him over him a lot of the times, which is kind of embarrassing at 7 foot. But anytime he don't get a rebound, we just run 4-on-1. Giannis is unfortunately playing 4-on-1. Like, and then when Bam guards Giannis, Bam is the best defender on Giannis. In my opinion, he's the best defender in the world. But if you want to say Anthony Davis, that's the only person I will let be in that conversation. But yeah, Jimmy would definitely start off the game guarding Brook. Yeah, Dame would cook. I'm not gonna lie. Probably T Rose on Dame. What you think about T Rose defense?
I forgot about it. Terry Rozier, they can't deal with that.
Yeah, I agree, bro.
I mean, y'all screwed up. I ain't gonna lie, it's messed up. I wish Miami would have got Dame. That's where he wanted to go.
Yeah, hey, you seen his starting lineup?
Who's starting lineup?
Dame, man, he was asked at the All-Star weekend if he can make a starting lineup. What would it be? He said him at the 1, Curry at the 2, KD and LeBron and Bam.
Yeah, he liked Bam. That's his best friend. He said, one of his best boys.
Yeah, I know that, but like, damn, you ain't gonna say Giannis? You ain't gonna move like. That's crazy. That's all I know. Giannis on your team, bro. Second best player in the world.
Yeah, Giannis would have said Chris Middleton. I've seen Giannis do that. When they said, who would you want to – his first pick in the All-Star game was Chris Middleton.
Yeah. But that was the first pick off the bench, though, So whatever.
Yeah, well, you're right. Well, I think they select the starters. This one they was doing the captains and they had to pick their teams and shit.
Yeah, I think they picked starters too because Dame was actually Giannis's first starter he picked that year.
Okay, like I said, I hated that format, so I probably forgot how it went.
I remember that year LeBron drafted the craziest team. It was LeBron, Jokic, KD, Curry, and maybe Luka, bro. And Giannis just had like Kemba Walker and shit. I was like, what?
I think he had he got all of the people he was trying to recruit that summer.
Yeah.
He forgot about Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard was on that team too.
Oh, the LeBron one?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, it wasn't Luka. It wasn't Luka at the time. It was Kawhi.
Huh?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so, I remember. Yeah, everybody he was trying to recruit. He was being slick. It's terrible.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, man. So what you think about Bronny? He was speaking of LeBron. He was upset. He came out. They said, "You think Bronny is an NBA player?"
Oh, we was talking about this yesterday on Up the Score show.
Shout out to the Up the Score show.
Yeah, his absolute peak, which I don't even think he's gonna reach, is Drew Holiday. If you want to like be nice, he's shooting 37% from the field in college on like 5 points a game, man. Like, shout out Bronny. Hope you have a great career, but I doubt it.
Damn. How long you been doing YouTube?
Like a year and a half, about to be 2.
Okay. You've been making videos all throughout.
Yeah. We be going live like once, twice a week. We do NBA, NFL. We're gonna start doing NBA twice a week now. We went live yesterday. We did. What if the NBA playing started today?
Right.
And tomorrow we doing the NBA award show mid-season. Y'all welcome if y'all want to join.
Yeah, most definitely. So, you it's your channel, not Casual's channel, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you either send it to me in the private chat or the chat or whatever. You can actually put it in the regular chat if you want. And then I'll get it through Casual as well. But yeah, no, we ain't going nowhere. I just like I said, I just like talking to guys like y'all on the come up, and because y'all definitely be inspiring me. Y'all got that energy, and definitely all these great ideas. We've been doing YouTube for maybe 2 going on 3 years. I mean, it's fun, but I mean, sometimes I be needing the next guy like you on the come up that be like, got a lot of energy, and that is like, it inspires me. I get that inspiration from when I first started.
Appreciate that, man.
I like that. Shout out to the Chief. Sometimes I go through like these little periods where I don't want to record, but I start getting in there with the Chief, and then before you know it, I'm ready to knock out a whole bunch of motherfucking videos. So it is what it is, man.
Yeah,
definitely. What you trying to do with this YouTube shit, man? What's your goal? Talk to me.
Man, at first the goal is to have fun, but I kind of we getting close to getting monetized, so I kind of want to get big, bro. Like, see as big as we could get. Hopefully, could bring positive stuff as we grow. Like, just bring job opportunities one day would be cool. It would be cool. It ain't like we depending on it, but we having fun with it for now. And the goal is to be on our feet. As long as we on our feet, bro, and we having fun. In 5 years, people gonna eventually come on and understand what we be speaking be facts. So,
how many subscribers?
We know about 487.
Okay, that's good. It's not. Listen, man, just keep grinding. Listen, I remember when I first started YouTube, it took me so long to get 10 subscribers. It's so hard to get 1 subscriber. You understand? So the fact that you got 47 subscribers, that you give yourself a pat, but set benchmarks for yourself. Even giveaways. These are things I did when I was coming up. I didn't have all of these people, that was around. It was just me and the camera. But I used to go on the videos and say, hey, when I hit 50 subscribers, I'm gonna hand out $50. When I hit 100, I mean, I ain't gonna tell you to lie to the people, but you could definitely give an offering out. When you hit these benchmarks. But I'm just saying different things you could do. We have just not even a giveaway. Giveaways help, but also in the beginning, just set benchmarks for yourself. Like, in this 2 months, I want to do this. So I just want to give you some, because you Casuals guy, I'm definitely gonna open you with open arms. I want to see everybody do well. Here at Flight Sports, it's a different kind of channel. From the other channels that goes on. We all want to collaborate, really see each other do well. Not just talking about it, but really trying to push forward. So yeah, man. You say you got the football going, you got the basketball. That's a good look. And you got a team of people. I noticed that about y'all. That's what I like about it, you guys. I haven't seen your channel yet, but what I like about Casual is he got a whole team of motherfuckers over there.
Yeah.
I was surprised at that. Like I was like, man, I thought that was really good. You know, and
Yeah, we
I applaud him. You know, already, and I see that you seem like y'all got it going on.
yeah,
All
we
these
got a little
minds
crew
and
too.
perspectives.
Yeah, we used to like the thing is our podcasts, they don't do as well as our shorts. Like our shorts is where the subscribers came from. And
What do you mean? You mean a short or a video?
the shorts, like YouTube
And
shorts.
YouTube, yeah, that's a different algorithm. But keep going. I'm listening to
Yeah,
you.
like we will upload those every day, and they'll get us a lot of subscribers. But that's not what the goal is for us to do podcasting, not shorts
Right.
videos. The shorts videos, hopefully in like a year or two, whenever we get more people garnered into the actual episodes, we can start
Right.
doing them again.
Hey, you know what I was gonna say? I mean, what I did, if I was you, on the come up, because you just when you go live, you just like give me when the last time you went live?
Yesterday.
What was it about?
What if the NBA playing started today?
Oh, okay, that's not bad. Um, but also, what I would say is, if you want to come up, try to hit some trending topics. Let's say get you and your team. Let's say something pop off tomorrow, a big trade, or no, it won't be a
Yeah.
big trade, but a big something.
Yes,
You
sir.
know, you and your team get your ass on there and do that instead of a regular stream too. Get the shit that's popping, like trending right
Yeah.
now. New, you
Yeah.
see some shit going on, some pop. Yes, tonight you and your niggas get on there and jump on that trending topic.
Yeah.
You understand? Try
Yeah.
that. Also, the shorts are good. You saying you getting success off that? Keep doing it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But
Don't
on
fix
the
it,
shorts
man.
and let everybody know, hey, we doing it. You got to maybe mention that in your shorts. But I do notice that the shorts take off more than the regular videos and stuff. I don't do shorts because in monetization, you don't make any revenue off of shorts. So I don't invest in the shorts. And that's
Yeah,
no disrespect, but you don't make it. You make a if you get 10,000 views on a short, yeah, you might make a quarter. You understand?
yeah,
I'm just
yeah,
saying.
yeah, yeah,
Compared
yeah,
to if you was 10,000 views on the video, that might be maybe $100 depending on what video it is.
yeah,
Or
yeah.
maybe a low over. It could be close. 50 plus, something like that. But
Yeah, and shorts
you
take
see
more
shorts, it's
time
like,
to
what the
make.
hell? You get a lot of subscribers though.
Yeah, yeah, but they take a lot of energy to make and stuff. You gotta,
Yeah.
yeah,
Now they do take a lot of energy. I mean, like I said, especially if you're making them really creative.
yeah,
So
exactly.
yeah, so I mean, just keep like I said, I don't have all the answers either. I'm just trying to help you out. Other
Yeah,
people might have other ideas that could do better.
yeah,
Like I said,
yeah,
I don't have all the answers. I just be trying to help people that come around here. That's all. And this is my first time talking to you.
yeah. This is
So I guess Cass
yeah.
sent you to the right place.
Yeah,
I
indeed, he
appreciate
did.
him for even directing somebody to this channel, because let it be known what kind of person I am, that you can bring people like you over here. And that I don't know you, and you still getting some game. We talking basketball. You're gonna be able to apply some of this shit to your channel, and take off.
Yeah, for sure. We started going live more, or we just started yesterday. So I don't want to say we started going live more. That's like a addict saying I stopped for the past week. But we started yesterday. I think we gonna come through with it though.
Yeah. Like I
I
said,
know.
you can't listen. Just like I said, you can't do it all in 1 second. Like I said, have a
Yeah,
plan. You ain't got to kill yourself. But, you
exactly.
got to definitely have some goals. What is this? February. By the
Yeah,
summer, you want to be up there with the subscribers. But when you catch those trending topics, you might get a wave of subscribers. So you might get a little something.
yeah. How much y'all be going live?
I mean, we go. To be honest with you, man, I usually go live every single day. But
Mm,
what happened was, I just like I said, We've been dealing with some issues with our content and stuff, because of there's no LaMelo Ball. This is a Ball family channel. First, we got everything content, but the heartbeat and soul is triple B's. You understand? And we don't have Lonzo playing, we didn't have LaMelo playing, and you had the Hornets just looking horrendous. So I just was ready to throw in it. I started just get ready to throw in the towel. With the season, I didn't go live every day, but we still were putting out content, consistently. Never abandoned the channel, but did I go live every single day? But I do want to get to the point where I get back to the live every single day because Flight Sports started with lives, and it's still very important. I still like doing what I'm doing right now with you. You understand? I don't even know you. You understand? I never met you. You understand? I would have never been able to do this if I didn't go live. I would have never been able to talk to you and hear about your channel and what I could do to help or implement things,
Yeah.
And it is what it is. That's why it's still important to go live, despite it just is.
Yeah, you never know what could happen. That's real.
You never know. That's the best part about the live stream. And they have periods of you just started going live, but you'll have periods where the live is going well, and then YouTube is up and down. So don't get caught up with views, one day you might have a lot, the next day you'll be whatever,
Exactly.
Just stay consistent, just have that plan and just move forward. Don't get caught up with views. Let the people get caught up with that. You put out some heat. That's all you need to do. Put out some heat, man. If you put out some fire, you don't need nobody to tell you that shit was good.
Exactly. I agree with you.
I don't need nobody to tell me, man, that shit was ill, man. I know that shit was ill.
I know. I agree with you, actually.
Wait, that's you gotta do. It says, boy, I love to freestyle my line like a rapper. Yeah, shout out to Bartray with the music. Man, cheap with the versatility. But with football, what you messing with the football?
Football, man, we do it once a week. It's off season right now. We gonna figure out what the topics is. I think we're gonna start to preview every NFL team, like one by one, like what we think they should do and stuff like that. Y'all boys into football?
Yeah, man. Yeah, definitely. Definitely not as hard as basketball though. But our guys are into football hard as hell though. But
yeah,
I need to turn it up a little bit more with the football. I've been prioritizing this NBA shit, but there's a lot of football to discuss.
Yeah, off season gonna be a fun one. I seen Shaquille Barrett just got released from the Bucks, so he gonna be somebody team's gonna be into. Yeah.
You make. Let me click on your channel. I'm asking all these goddamn questions. Let me click on this channel. Let's get a look. We'll see what's going on here. Make sure y'all go subscribe to the channel.
Yeah. Up the Score Show.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. You put it in the regular chat?
I put it in both.
I'm gonna say I don't ever see it.
Put it in the live chat.
I go to the private chat. I don't see it in the regular chat.
Yeah, I send it again. Yeah, we just got a new logo this week. We got some stuff cooking up. We got a lot of stuff cooking up. I don't want to speak too much, but
Listen. Another thing. Hold your ideas. You know, understand?
Yeah, exactly.
That's another thing I'm gonna tell you. That's the most dangerous thing you can do is tell a motherfucker your idea. The wrong person.
Yeah.
That's one of the most. That's a real fucked up thing to do. Steal somebody's idea. And they only do that because we on the internet. You take my motherfucking idea and try to make money off my motherfucking idea. It's gonna be some problems.
That's despicable, bro.
It's gonna be some problems.
It's crazy. Despicable me.
Oh man, this shit is crazy. And I'm never watch your ideas. The things that you come up with. Hold them to yourself. Of course, if you can find somebody you can trust, because you tell the motherfucker your idea, it should be out there the next day. You understand?
What new series you want to do?
Huh?
Tell a nigga the new. Wait, am I allowed to cuss?
Yeah.
All right, tell a nigga about the new series you want to do. That ass gonna next day.
Yeah, you gotta watch. You gotta definitely watch it. Watch the series, man. It's crazy. You got a lot of things popping, man. Like I said, I sit here and talk a little bit with you right here. You got niggas listen. Yo, man, I want to get it's content that I want. I want to get into. I should have been released some content on this NCAA 25. Like little shit like that, I'd be pissed off at. Like, damn, I should have been did that shit.
I bet we gonna
I
do that
I
tomorrow,
got
man.
thumbs and everything. Like, I like that. You know, that's a game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a game that's anticipated. And a lot of people talking about it. That shit getting some traction. Especially in college. So I mean, that's a little something. It's a couple of things that I'm trying to that I could tell you about. There's a lot of trending things, man. Look at what's trending too, man.
Yeah.
It's another thing. There's a lot of good ideas, and continue what you're doing. You're doing something right.
Yeah, appreciate that, man.
Trust your vision, and always, be willing. I got people that give me ideas, like I told you, I don't know everything. I still be trying to learn. So never be too much not to learn, even as you coming up. Because you're gonna be in a different light next year.
Yeah. Hey, 1 year could change a lot, man. Next year you could be hitting 100K. Shit.
Huh?
I said in 1 year a lot could change. You never know. Like it's just that one video. You get a mil on it. That one video.
Yeah.
Life change.
Yeah. You're right about that. Do you make like I said? I gotta go to your let me go to your private. Let me go because it's in the private chat. Yeah, you there?
Yeah, and that's for anything in life. For anyone listening, 1 year could change everything.
Oh, I thought you got 487. I thought you said you have 47.
No, 487.
Oh yeah, you got 487 subscribers. Okay, I'm looking through your channel right now as we speak. And the last video you put out was 2 weeks ago, and these shit's long as hell.
They podcast.
You ever think about simplifying some of these videos?
We be caught up in conversation. We literally be like, let's go shorter for a little less time. We be on the live like, oh, we gotta go soon. Bomb 30 more minutes. But the thing is though, we actually do be having conversation. They used to be even longer, to be honest. Like we tightened up about it, which is crazy.
No, I would say what you gotta think is this, man. I like I said, you gotta think of from an average viewer. Do you think a motherfucking average viewer want to watch something that's 5 hours long?
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
Or 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
So that's what I'm saying. I would try. You know what I mean? Saying like probably break up some of the shit you're doing. If y'all gonna just be in streams, okay, feature you on this let's say the argument is the fucking playing such and such team. Okay, the Lakers, you got 15 minutes talking about the Lakers. You want to go long? Okay, shit, I got a team of the people. I can't just go 2 minutes. Should make 15-minute videos. You understand? I mean, It's things like that. It's just tricks that I would implement for you to eventually get to where you want to get to.
Yeah.
He says, he should just make clips from his. That's what I was saying. Shout out to Thunder. He says, he should just make clips from his live streams. That's all.
Yeah, that's what we was doing with the shorts.
That's what I was saying. He was doing that. You kind of doing that already, right?
Yeah, we were doing that with the shorts, but it still started to be too much to edit them in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. People don't understand that YouTube is really hard. It takes a lot of time. Just people just happy to see a video, but it should take a little bit of while, man.
And you got to get your own little formula. We trying to figure out what the formula is. It will come to us eventually. Mm-hmm. But you don't see our lives. You see, that's one thing I hate about going live. You're gonna see the videos first, man. Our lives is where it really be at,
Yeah, I'm looking at the live right now.
Yeah, we gonna live from now on. We tried to do the video stuff. Live is just better. People gonna join the lives. You gonna speak to people. Like how you doing right now? How you doing right now?
Yeah, it's always good to talk to people. The NBA playing.
Get to interact with the chat a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what's a trending topic.
Yes, sir.
Cause you a Heat. You mess with the Heat. You don't stream Heat games.
No, I'm a Heat fan. I'm a diehard Heat fan. I don't
What
stream
about
Heat
what
games.
about what about what about Heat streaming Heat games? Sometimes you don't want to get into the streaming
We more of a podcast.
podcast. Okay.
Yeah, podcast. I made my own channel to like I only made like 3 videos. I was gonna see what it is, but I want to just build this podcast with my boys instead, bro. I don't want to keep spending too much time on my own channel when I could be spending time on podcast.
Yeah, man, it's better to do it with a team, man.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing like a team. Man, can't do everything by yourself out here.
For sure. You want to do as much as you can by yourself, but that's just unreasonable.
Right, you on IG?
Yeah, same thing. IG, we creeping up on it. I don't even know.
He said we creeping up on it. What you creeping up on, man?
Probably 700. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But like the same exact stuff like was said in the comments. Shout out to you, Thunder. The same exact thing you said. Whatever was going on shorts was also going on Instagram. But you know that started becoming a lot. You gotta edit the video. Then you gotta put it on shorts. You gotta make sure you get the hashtags in. Then you gotta do the same on Instagram. Then you gotta do the same on TikTok. Then you gotta go to work. Then you gotta do this. You gotta live like. It started becoming a lot with the shorts, man. Hopefully we get big enough one day to pay somebody to do that stuff, you know?
Yeah, I got you. You're right about that. Do your boys know how to edit?
Oh yeah, I be editing.
No, besides you the only one who know how to edit?
For the most part, I'm not. Yeah, for the most part, them boys know how to edit too, though.
I mean, it's all good because, like I said, I didn't learn how to edit videos till later either. You know, when I first started making, I was monetized and didn't even know how to make a video. No, I mean, I mean, just keeping it 100. Like, I didn't even know how to chop up clips. I didn't know how to do all that shit in the beginning.
Yeah.
You know, so I had to learn all of these things. You know,
yeah.
I was like, I don't even know how to make a fucking video. I remember somebody was telling me this is years ago. This was probably like a year and some change ago, maybe 2 years ago. I was like, I don't even know how to make a video. That shit was so funny. But it is easy though. It's not hard. But
as long as you have fun,
I definitely want to help out. I want to start helping out people that's on the come up. You know, I already do that already, but I really want to do it. Like, I want to help get people on track to monetization. You know, reaching where they want to get to on YouTube.
Yeah,
I think everybody should feel because, you know, believe it or not, I don't, like I said, YouTube, I still work a regular job. Like I said, I don't make astronomical amounts of money on YouTube, but being monetized is definitely one of the proudest moments, you know, in my life. You know, just like it's a personal thing, you know, and to have my channel that you can speak and earn. I don't give a fuck what it is. You understand? You talking sports and earning $1, you know, or just earning anything. It's just a dream come true, you know, and it's hard work. You know, it's not lightly. So I think everybody should experience what it feels like, you know, to be monetized, especially if you put a lot of time in, like how you do and other people do. Yeah. They should get there, you know. It shouldn't take years and years to be monetized. Some of you guys got a great idea. Like even me, I don't know everything either, but like I said, listening to people in the come up, y'all be having great ideas. Just need a little bit of navigation or try this, try that, and then before you know it, then just add to what you're doing. You know, not stop what you're doing, change. You just add this to what you're doing, see what happens. You know, then before you know it, you already go. You know, so I take advice too. That's why I said, man, I be listening to the YouTubers. I'm just listening. People try to give me some game. I don't try to. I'm just listening. I'm listening. You know, I'm trying to get as much as I can to implement. You know, but it's definitely fun, man. But you best with the wrestling too?
Wrestling like WWE?
Yeah,
I think everyone who be going live with us but me is into that. Like I don't know anything after like Big Show and stuff like that. I know like I know like early whenever Kobe was playing in the league, that's when I was watching WWE.
Yeah.
They show
I see casual dudes turning up. Yeah. That wrestling shit popping, man.
Yeah, you gonna be able to join us tomorrow at 8 p.m. East.
Yeah, you know what? You on IG, right? I'm gonna show up to your live stream. I wanna like I said, I wanna pop out and do things like that.
All right, bet we.
Like I said, I wanna work with people like you. You know, that's
All
who I
right.
want to work with. I don't want to. A lot of people try to tell me, yo, man, you need to go on these other channels where they're so big and this that. I don't want to do shit like that. I want to
Yeah,
work with the people on the come up. That's what I
yeah,
want to do. I
yeah.
don't want to work with motherfuckers that know everything already. You know, I want to work with the guys like you. So what you got to do is hit me up on IG because we about to get off.
All right, bet.
Hit me up on you got IG, right? Hit
Yes,
Flight
sir.
Sports TV on IG. Let's get locked down.
All right, bet we locked
So
in.
we can keep this communication going and build something.
All right, bet.
All right, man. Shit, anything else you want to discuss before we go?
Hey, shout out to the Hornets. Davis Bertans, he's shooting 44% from the 3-point line.
Man,
And guess what?
I can't stand it. Bertans got to step it. I like Bertans. He was one of the people was telling me, yo, is there any Hornets player that out of the trade that you surprised at the most? You know, I was like, hey man, Bertans, man. You know, look out for Bertans.
Hey, though, he know his role. He has shot 0 shots that's not a 3-pointer. He hasn't taken a free throw or a 2-point attempt yet on the Hornets, and he's shooting 44% from 3. So shout out to him. And last shout out is Grant Williams.
Oh yeah, Grant Williams.
Yeah, when he left the Dallas Mavericks, they basically called him fat and annoying. Like they was like, "You're out of shape and you talk too much. We don't want
They
you."
did Grant Williams dirty in Dallas. I don't like the way they did Grant Williams. They tried to say he was a problem. Like they fucked Grant Williams.
Yeah, his fat and annoying ass balling on the Hornets. So shout out to him. So
He's
is
been an
PJ.
upgrade over PJ.
Yeah, I mean both teams got what they needed. So
Yeah, PJ, like I said, you're right about that. I was just surprised that PJ and these dudes left. I thought that they was going to be attached to LaMelo forever.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about Miles, too. When is Miles going to break? They was going to trade Miles, too.
For 2 seconds, like, nah, you just keep Miles at that point. Miles is too good. I think y'all should build with Miles. You got to forgive him for what he did. That was the only reason he didn't get a max contract. Remember, he was gonna get a max contract like the week before, and then that stuff came out. Like Miles Bridges, Miles Bridges are low key on like a steal of a contract, and you gonna trade him for 2 seconds? Nah, he's just too good. He's too good at that, and he shoots 38% from 3-point while also being a great dunker. And Miles, he's a real good scorer.
Yeah, shout out to Miles Bridges, man. What you got cooking for tomorrow on the channel?
NBA Award Show. We're gonna do MVP, DPOY, MIP, Rookie of the Year, Coach of the Year, Sixth Man of the Year, Clutch. I'm looking at all my picks right now. I don't want to spoil them. You know what? I'll do a teaser. Give me one award you want me to do on your channel real quick.
Let me see.
All right, who I got to pick for what?
No, I got one. I guess the NBA's damn. I was about to say, this is a tough call because you put me on the spot. So maybe the best signature sneaker, or a reward for the best signature sneaker, best
signature sneaker. Holy, for what? For style or to play basketball?
I mean, you I don't know. That's gonna be like, what do we say? I guess visually,
playing basketball. I love Kyrie's.
I like LeBron's. I like the LeBrons because they just lock down on your foot. I just feel like with LeBrons, my foot is locked.
Yeah. Well, Kyrie's, I feel like my foot is light. Kyrie's, I feel like I can't even feel my feet. Them shoes so light. I like. Yeah. Kyrie's to hooping.
Then you gotta have the LaMelo balls in there. Listen, you gotta have Anthony Edwards. You gotta have.
I ain't even seen those shoes, Anthony.
No, I don't know about Anthony Edwards. You gotta put LaMelo in there.
I ain't never seen LaMelo shoes till last week, bro.
Because what's so crazy? You gonna put the top dogs in it. You know, I'm trying to think the best signature shoe.
I mean, if we're gonna start,
But maybe best signature shoe out of the young players.
Out of the young, it might just be LaMelo. I ain't gonna lie, it might be.
Just do regularly because that's too much. Let's just do best signature shoe because you can put LeBron in there, of course. The KD, the KD 16s is hard.
I remember the KD
16s.
Nah, I haven't. KD's on 16 right now. It's crazy.
No, them shit is hard. I ain't gonna lie. Them shoes is fire.
Okay. These look like some Hooper shoes he's a Hooper, so he's cool. They're
But
cool.
you got to make sure LaMelo is a nominee. He ain't got to win it, but make sure he's a nominee.
I probably would give it to LaMelo out of the young players, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean that's why I said the young players because he would just win it. But you want to say best signature shoe? I mean, you got to think of who's popping right now with the signature shoe.
Hey, watch.
LeBron, KD. You want to put either if you want to put Edwards in there, you don't have to. I'm trying to think who's really popping. You got Jason Tatum got a shoe.
Do D-Mitch?
It ain't popping like that, but it's out there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what else got the
shit. Jordan.
I mean,
that don't even count. That's
maybe you should say take the Jordan out.
Best
NBA player with a signature shoe. We gotta put active.
Yeah.
Don't put it. The Jordans. That's probably the best shoe out of everything.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna beat the Jordans.
Yeah.
But nah, it's definitely. But that's what I want you to do, man. I want you to hit me up on IG when we get on. So I'll be locked in, and I want to come on your show at 8. I'm gonna share it and everything, and I think this is the beginning of a big time partnership between us, man.
Yes, sir. Me too. I think so too.
Shout out to Up the Score, man. You already know it's Flight Sports TV. Make sure you hit the like button and most definitely hit the subscribe button. Peace and love.
Flight Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.